Okay, everyone, today's mini lesson is on los adjetivos descriptivos, descriptive adjectives. Adjectives describe nouns. Nouns are things like people, places, and things. So when we're describing a noun in Spanish, we have to consider gender and number. O, a, os, or as. Remember, definite articles are a type of adjective. The word the is a type of adjective. So, el libro, la mesa, los libros, las mesas. We have to use the appropriate form of the. We also have to make the appropriate form of the adjective. So when we're considering, is it boy, alto? Is it girl, alta? Multiple, altos. Multiple, feminine, altas. We can see many adjectives here listed, like the word alto, bajo, rubio, etc. So if it's one singular, we're going to say alto, el chico alto. We would say then la chica alta, los chicos altos, las chicas altas. Are you noticing that the placement is different from English? The adjective follows the word it's describing, unlike English where it precedes it. We would say the tall boy, the tall girl, but in Spanish it's the boy tall, the girl tall. We have another category of adjectives that don't have the agreement of o, a, os, and as. These are words that end in e or in a consonant like the letter n or l. We only have two forms of these adjectives. So for example, inteligente can both be el chico inteligente, la chica inteligente. The plural form then would be inteligentes. We also see here words like joven, estudiantil, and móvil. These words are adjectives that end in an N or a consonant, so we just add an ES to make the plural form. Remember, the gender of nouns is very important for describing how an adjective works. We have the masculine words, we have feminine words, and you can see the word el repeated all throughout the masculine, while the feminine la is repeated. The O would be present in every form of the masculine if it's an adjective that ends in O. So we would say things like el libro viejo, el cuaderno viejo, while it would change to la mesa vieja, la mochila vieja. Concordancia, which is agreement, we can see then we have the four forms. El chico alto, la chica alta, los chicos altos, las chicas altas. We have to make sure that each form is appropriate for the number and the gender that we have. Because adjectives work like clothing. So think about adjectives having to fit. We have to consider the appropriate gender, like we have on the left, the masculine shoes. On the right, we have the feminine shoes. Typically, the masculine end in O and the feminine end in A. Adjectives are the same idea here. We also have to consider, do we have enough for everybody? We can't have everybody wearing the same swimsuit. If one swimsuit is available, it's the girl's suit there we see is A. That would be like the word alta. We could describe one girl with it. But if we have multiple girls, they all can't wear the same suit. We have to have enough for everybody, so we have to add an S. Altas. The same is true of the masculine form. Alto. That can only describe one boy. There's not enough to go around for everyone. So we have multiple boys, we have to add an S. Altos. You can see here, I've given you 10 sentences, which have on the left-hand column, the word in blue that's highlighted there is the word that dictates the sentence. And you can see in the examples on numbers 1 through 10 on the right, it's the same sentence but written correctly. These are errors that typically happen when people are learning Spanish. We just throw any word in the, we throw any word in is, as, are, and then we have any form of the adjective. It doesn't work that way. Notice how number 1 goes from la libro son buena. We have to make it el libro es bueno. Libro is going to dictate everything else. It tells us which form of the word the we're going to use, how the verb is going to act, and the descriptive adjective. Now when I've gone to the plural, el chicos es malas. Again, we have to go to los chicos son malos. Los hamburguesa soy grande. Hamburguesa is going to dictate everything here. This should say las hamburguesas son grandes. And we have the pattern emerging throughout. If you'd like to pause, you can compare numbers 1 through 10 on the left with the correct answers 1 through 10 on the right. Your turn for practice. You have the words here in English. Try to do the translation to Spanish. Go ahead and pause, and when you're finished, continue on with the video. Pause now. Great job. Hopefully you came up with these answers. La chica alta, and in the plural forms we can see las chicas altas. El chico alto, los chicos altos. One quick message if we go back for 1 second. Remember, like in number 9 here, we had el estudiante eres costarricense. Did you catch it? That the C of costarricense should be lowercased? Because when we're talking about nationalities, we don't have capital letters. Excelente. Esto es todo. Muchas gracias.